Hello, I'm Mark Bleckley. I am the Associate Director and International Trade Consultant for the Vananda Global Trade Center in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have some international trade thoughts today, and my thoughts today are large bundled sales contracts, international sales contracts. So if you're in the business of making large machinery or even large assembly lines or systems, or prefabricated buildings or construction projects, we want to talk about that large bundled sales contract that you get in. Maybe it's a $3 million sales contract. And when you get in that sales contract, often it's a very common thing to have a lot of bundled services and things built into these international sales contracts. These are the types of things where you might be providing construction or assembly, or final testing, or even possibly sending engineers over with some travel expenses and doing training or testing of the equipment. All of this is taking place in the country of destination after the import of the goods. And so why is that important? Because what I want to talk about is customs valuation. We also call that the export value. Now, when your shipping department is putting together these large systems or equipment, typically they're breaking it down into multiple containers and all shipped unassembled. But you have to put together a commercial invoice. You have to declare an export value, which also becomes the customs value in the country of destination, where they're paying for duties and taxes. And here's the thing. When you have services bundled into a sales contract that happen after the time of import, okay, these are non-dutiable charges. And what's very common is when you're doing the export, you've heard of transaction value. You got to put the full price paid or payable on the goods. Well, if you're putting $3 million on the commercial invoice for export, you're leaving in non-dutiable charges, which happen after the import. Things like we had talked about, assembly or testing or training or services that take place after import are non-dutiable charges. You need to subtract those out so that you're only declaring on the export commercial invoice the value of the goods that are dutiable at the time of import. So if you'd like to learn more about customs valuation, we have an event coming up in September. September 15, we're going to do a training seminar, and there's going to be a joint training seminar on Incoterms and customs valuation. So we're going to dig deeper into some of these customs valuation issues. Come join us. You can find out more information on our webpage, vagtc.org, and to go to the events tab for details.